Tonight, looking for answers after a business owner's Black Lives Matter sign was stolen. The local sheriff's department is stepping in.
Plus, Minnesota's governor was in Duluth today, focusing on making sure everyone has a mask and food on the table.
And some Minnesota lawmakers are calling on the governor to approve Enbridge's Line 3 project, which they say will create thousands of jobs.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 6.
Good evening, I'm Kristen Baki.
And I'm Anthony Matt. Thanks for joining us. Tonight, a resort owner is looking for answers as to why his Black Lives Matter sign keeps being targeted.
The incidents, all caught on camera, are prompting the Cook County Sheriff's Office to step in. CBS3's Leanne Valdez has the details.
If you don't agree with it, just drive on by. That's all you got to do.
Owner of Big Bear Lodge and cabins on the Gunflint Trail is taking his voice to the road.
I'm exercising my First Amendment right.
Causing quite the stir.
I was a little miffed, you know. You don't like people taking your property.
Owner of the resort, Andy DeLisi, says his Black Lives Matter sign has been targeted 3 times. The first 2 times, DeLisi placed 2 yard-style signs in front of his property. They were taken shortly after. DeLisi decided to try again.
I decided, well, I've got some extra plywood hanging around. We'll make our own.
The sturdier sign didn't stop one unidentified person from grabbing and throwing it, as seen in this video. The sign was targeted again by a couple, and then the sign was hit by a truck by a different man. This time, DeLisi was able to get the license plate and reported it to the Cook County Sheriff's Office.
With his Ram pickup, he wasn't able to do much damage to it, but nevertheless, the attempt was made. And
Cook County Sheriff Pat Eliason says it's simple. If it's not yours, don't touch it.
Everybody has the right to express themselves and express their beliefs.
DeLisi says his support to end racial inequality stems from when he was a young private in the military.
My first NCOIC was a black man named Sergeant First Class Robert L. Hudson. And he became my mentor, like second father to me. And, you know, it kind of chokes me up when I think about it, I know, but it's for him, too.
And it won't stop now.
I got plenty of plywood, plenty of black tape. We're good.
Sheriff Eliason says that latest incident is going to be referred to the Cook County attorney for possible charges.
All right, Austin's here for our first look at the weather tonight. Austin, you're tracking the potential for some severe weather out there.
Yeah, we are looking at the potential, at least later on this evening and into the overnight hours, of seeing some strong to even severe thunderstorms. Let's take a look at the latest right now. We still have a severe thunderstorm watch in place until 1 a.m. for the areas in pink, and we still have a severe thunderstorm warning over to our west, just to the north and east of Detroit Lakes and just south of Bemidji at this time. And you can see the thunderstorm cell just on the south side of Bemidji and over towards Lake Itasca. And we'll zoom in a little bit closer so you can see that cell right now just to the north of Park Rapids and just to the south and west of Bemidji. So the severe part will stay south of Bemidji, but eventually heads up towards Walker and Leech Lake. This storm is heading towards your area, I would say, within the next half hour to 45 minutes. Right now, Canal Park, it is 70 degrees, and we've dropped 10 degrees within the last 45 minutes. That wind has shifted from the south to the north and northeast. Otherwise, we're still into the mid to upper 70s to near 80 for the rest of the Northland. Winds are still coming out of the south and southeast at about 5 to 15 miles per hour. And dew points, it is humid out there. We're looking at dew points generally 65 to 70 area-wide. Now, in a few minutes, Tony and Kristen, we're going to track more about those shower and thunderstorm chances and who is most likely to see severe weather tonight.
Thanks, Austin. Minnesota's governor was in Duluth today touring a local food bank and highlighting the importance of getting masks to Minnesotans in need. After his visit to Second Harvest, Governor Tim Walz said the state is trying to distribute 400,000 masks to people struggling during the pandemic. Governor Walz says nonprofits have been a big help in this effort. Second Harvest has been handing them out to local food shelves. We also asked Governor Walz about the recent data that shows St. Louis County has the fastest COVID-19 case growth of any other region in the state. He says it's concerning because there's no clear answers for where this increase is coming from. Walz added that right now his best guess is that it's coming from people traveling to the Northland.
Those that are living here, certainly, you know what it means if we don't get this right. But to those Minnesotans visiting Duluth, respect these areas that if we overwhelm their hospital system, that falls most heavily on the local folks.
Walz says that doesn't mean those who live in St. Louis County should let their guard down. He said the mask mandate went into effect 2 weeks ago, so the next couple days would be our first real indication of how it's impacted case numbers. Meanwhile, Governor Walz also made a stop at Duluth's Labor Temple on London Road today. He was urging people to vote in Tuesday's primary elections. Walz appeared alongside State Senator Eric Simonson, who the governor recently endorsed. Simonson and his Democratic and DFL-endorsed challenger, Jen McEwen, are in a heated primary for the District 7 seat.
A Mountain Iron City councilor and current candidate for the Minnesota House says she was forced to apologize over a controversial social media post. Julie Burria is the Republican-endorsed candidate for the House 6B seat, which represents the Cotton, Eveleth, and Virginia areas at the state capitol. According to the Mesabi Tribune, on her personal Facebook page, she recently shared a graphic Holocaust image and compared it to the state's response to the pandemic. A few days later, Minnesota GOP party leaders said Burria regretted the post and apologized. But during a Mountain Iron City Council meeting Tuesday night, Burria claimed she was forced to apologize and said she did nothing wrong. DFL Representative Dave Lislegard currently holds the 6B seat. The Democrat told the Mesabi Tribune the situation is unfortunate and reflects badly on the region. Lislegard is seeking re-election.
The St. Louis County Commissioner is calling on Verso Paper Mill to work with the county to keep the mill open. In June, the company announced it was indefinitely idling its Duluth mill, laying off 225 employees. In a letter this week, Commissioner Keith Musoff wrote that a potential permanent closure is concerning given the impacts it would have on the region. Musoff said he would be willing to work with other elected leaders on a plan to partner with the company. The future of the Duluth plant is still uncertain following an earnings call on Thursday. The company's president and CEO said if market conditions improve, they could restart the Duluth mill. But selling or closing permanently are still on the table as well. Now, before the pandemic, Verso was taking steps to switch production completely to craft paper products, which are used in packaging, with financial help from the city and state. That plan, however, has been put on hold.
A bipartisan group of Minnesota lawmakers sent a letter to the governor today urging him to approve Enbridge's Line 3 replacement project. The project would replace the aging pipeline that runs from Alberta, Canada to Superior. It's projected to cost $2.5 billion in private sector investment and create more than 4,000 jobs. The letter calls on the governor to direct the State Department of Commerce to drop any further appeals holding up the project. It also asks him to ensure the Minnesota Pollution Control Agency issues the permits so construction can start. The Line 3 project has been held up by numerous appeals from environmental and tribal activists.
The Duluth firefighter accused of attacking a woman on a city trail has been suspended for a month. City officials say Conrad Sunday is not getting paid during the suspension, but he is still a city employee. The 48-year-old was previously on paid administrative leave while an investigation played out. The incident happened in early July. Police say the woman, who has not been named, asked Sunday to leash his dogs. That's when he allegedly assaulted her. She suffered injuries to her face. Sunday was cited for 5th-degree assault and his dogs being off a leash.
The Wisconsin National Guard named a new sexual assault response coordinator as the organization works to address past mishandling of complaints. Tierney Twing has years of experience working with sexual assault survivors. Her role at the Guard will be to rebuild survivors' confidence in the organization's sexual assault response and prevention program. Twing says she was working to promote a culture free from assault and retaliation where survivors feel comfortable seeking help. An investigation last year showed the Wisconsin National Guard intentionally created its own investigative process for these complaints, shielding the Guard from state and federal oversight. Top leadership resigned over that controversy.
You can still get a free COVID-19 test in Iron River tonight. The testing event runs for about 50 more minutes until 7 o'clock at the Iron River Community Center. They're prioritizing people with symptoms or those who have had close contact with someone who tested positive. But anyone can still get a test. The Wisconsin National Guard is helping Bayfield County host the event.
Itasca County leaders say more than half of residents have not filled out the 2020 census. That's according to a nonprofit that's encouraging people to respond. While Grand Rapids' response rate is about 70%, Big Fork, Keewatin, and Bovee are all sitting below 50%. Starting next week, census workers will start door knocking at Itasca County homes that have not filled out the census. Census results help dictate how federal and state funding is distributed.
A big salute to the Superior School District and its students today. The local Red Cross chapter named the district its 2020 Service to the Armed Forces Partner of the Year. The administrators, teachers, and students are being honored for the work on the Holiday Mail for Heroes project. In the last 7 years, the Superior School District has made more than 3,500 cards through the partnership. The Red Cross wanted to say a big thank you to everyone who's participated over the years.
Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, we are on a ride-along with a local mail carrier to see how their jobs have changed since the pandemic.
And we're still tracking some showers and thunderstorms and even a severe thunderstorm warning just to the south of Bemidji, and that's going to be coming more likely as we head throughout the evening. Weather Max forecast on the latest with that severe threat coming up.
Watch Dave, Caitlin, and Austin for local weather you can trust on CBS.
Do you have a coffee smile? Drinking coffee causes yellow teeth for thousands of people just like you. And whitening toothpaste just doesn't make those stains go away. Introducing Power Swabs, the first teeth whitening system that lifts coffee stains off your teeth in less than 5 minutes without whitening strips or trays.
I've smoked, I've drank coffee, I drink red wine. It makes my teeth darker. And using Power Swabs, it's made a difference. People ask me, what do you do to whiten your teeth? And I'm really proud to tell them that I use Power Swabs.
This didn't sting, it didn't burn, it didn't have an aftertaste. It was just a swab, and I just got to rub it on my teeth, and that was it.
The secret is a tooth detergent and whitening agent developed by Dr. Martin Ginneker that lifts stains off of your teeth. Power Swabs remove stains on natural teeth, veneers, bonding, caps, and crowns. The best part is you just swab your teeth for 5 minutes and you'll have whiter teeth. No more sitting at home with a whitening strip or tray in your mouth for 30 minutes twice a day.
So with the strips I've used in the past, most of them are like, you got to leave it on for 30 minutes, and the whole experience is just not comfortable. But with Power Swabs, I just snapped it open and rubbed it on, and it was good to go.
When I used these whitening strips, I noticed when I would drink, I would get this crazy sensitivity. It would go right to my brain, and I'm like, I hate this. So why do I have to go through the monstrosity of this pain just because I want to whiten my teeth? With Power Swabs, there was zero sensitivity.
Within the first day with the Power Swab, I noticed there was a difference. I really love the fact that you're able to go individually on each tooth and make sure that it's going to be wider.
Call for your 5-minute solution to whiter teeth. Whiten your teeth today by ordering Power Swabs and receive 40% off the regular price. Yes, 40% off the regular price. Shipping is free, plus you'll receive a free Quick Stick pen. Visit powerswabs.com or call the number on your screen.
Skilled trade workers are the backbone of every community, and also the Army National Guard. Soldiers get paid training to keep the power flowing, engines running, and supplies moving. Army National Guard soldiers are learning skills that can set them up for success with companies looking to hire the best.
The Army National Guard basically built my resume for me.
Find out how you can learn a trade and serve part-time for your community and country by visiting nationalguard.com.
We're NCIS.
Cover me! Federal agent!
Well, let's get to it.
Go!
This is so awesome. Talk about a win-win. You can say that again.
Watch from the very beginning. Live, on demand, and streaming. We're family.
Watch Jeopardy at 4:30, followed by CBS3 Live at 5 on Live Local CBS3. Watch Dave, Caitlin, and Austin for local weather you can trust on CBS. Now, the CBS3 Weather Max forecast with meteorologist Austin Haskins.
Well, we are looking at the potential for strong to severe thunderstorms to make its way through the area later on this evening. Got a severe thunderstorm watch right now in place until 1 a.m. for the areas in pink. And in our area, that includes Cass, Crow Wing, Aiken, Carlton, Pine, Burnett, and Douglas counties. Now, to the north, still not seeing a watch. There could be a possibility we could see this watch get extended further north. We are going to have to wait and see. We are looking at a severe thunderstorm warning, though, just to the west of the Walker area right now. You can see in parts of Hubbard County, so just south of Beltrami County and the Bemidji area. You can see that right there. That's that thunderstorm cell. We we've been watching for about the last hour or so. And you can see it is starting now to get a little bit of that backward C shape. And when you start seeing that on radar, usually indicative of seeing some damaging wind gusts. So right now the storm is warned for 60-mile-per-hour winds and 1-inch hail. And we'll zoom in a little bit closer. And I'm going to step off here and actually put a track on this because this is actually moving off towards the east at roughly 25 to about 35 miles per hour. So we are going to put a track on this, and this is at about 30 miles per hour to the east. So we'll go out about an hour and 20 minutes from now. So be heading eventually towards areas just north of Walker, over towards Pike Bay, and then the Ryan Village and the Gold areas by 7:30. So eventually this will be moving into Cass and Itasca counties. So we'll have to wait and see if a warning does get issued for those areas. Right now, thunderstorms in 70 in Bemidji, it's 72 in Walker, 76 Grand Rapids, 75 here in Duluth, and 77 in Hayward. Generally looking at cloudy to mostly cloudy skies for right now, and winds they're still coming out of the south and southeast at 5 to 15 miles per hour. We have now seen the wind shifted to the north and northeast here at the head of the lake, and dew points are pretty high in the 65 to 70 degree range and 60 to 65 up the North Shore. There's a lot of moisture out there that's going to help fuel these thunderstorms. So Futurecast right now, you can see it's doing not the best of jobs showing the storms right now, but as you can see, by 10 p.m., it's from Big Fork down to Lake Mille Lacs and then pushing through the Twin Ports as we head towards that midnight time frame. And again, the models are going to be bouncing back and forth. They're going to be updating over the next several hours. So the general timing for the Twin Ports, what I'm thinking is sometime between 9 and 10 p.m. at the earliest and 1 a.m. to 2 a.m. at the latest. So somewhere in that midnight time frame, give or take a little bit, that's when those storms should move through. By 5 a.m., things are much quieter, and then we're looking at maybe just a few scattered showers into the afternoon and maybe some thunderstorms on Saturday as a cold front does pass through. Here's the ACRRR model. You can see some individual cells to the west around 8 p.m. and then congealing into a line of severe thunderstorms, and we could see, again, damaging winds and large hail as this makes its way through. That's around 1 a.m. By 3 a.m. across our eastern and southeastern areas, and maybe some redeveloping storms by early tomorrow morning. So the threat area for tonight is in this yellow shaded area, which does include almost the entire Northland, essentially. The exception is our far northern, northeastern areas and our eastern areas as well. The threats tonight, isolated tornado 2 can't be ruled out, but mostly damaging winds and potentially large hail up to 1.5 inches in diameter. I'm thinking as we head towards the later evening, we are going to see that become more of a damaging wind threat. So that's something we're going to be watching closely. And we could even see more severe weather potentially into Sunday as well. And this is the SPC's outlook for Sunday as well. So Saturday afternoon and evening looks all right, but Sunday night even, and even tonight, going to be pretty active. Tonight, 60s for lows, showers and thunderstorms likely. Back into the 80s tomorrow, 76 though in Lutsen. Thunderstorms to the east and a little bit quieter for our western communities. 60% chance for basically Sunday afternoon to Sunday night. Very minor chance early Monday morning. Skies will clear. Humidity levels will drop. Tuesday, Wednesday looks great. And then maybe a minor chance of a shower, thunderstorm Thursday and Friday, but temperatures remaining above average.
All right, thanks, Austin. Well, good news. Movies in the parking lot will go on tonight at the deck, despite the threat of that rain Austin was just talking about. Tonight, they're showing the film Harriet. The show is sold out, but tickets are still available for next week's show.
Well, you see them driving around your neighborhood and around town pretty much daily.
Yeah, but the United States Postal Service workers have been much busier than usual since the start of the pandemic. CBS3's Emma Quinn spoke with one letter carrier about how COVID-19 has changed his daily deliveries.
As more people are home during the COVID-19 pandemic, they're getting more mail or packages delivered. And letter carriers say they're busier now more than ever with new safety precautions. At the start of the day, letter carriers are wiping down hard surfaces inside their vans, like the steering wheel and handles. To maintain social distancing when delivering packages, when a signature is needed, they're now getting verbal consent from people instead. One carrier says the people he delivers to have been extra supportive during the pandemic.
I mean, I've got stuff in my van that, disinfectants that people have either made themselves or it's got my name on it. They, when I come up, they're glad to see me. I'm usually bringing good things. And
letter carriers are wearing masks when delivering mail, per Minnesota's state mandate. Letter carriers say while precautions have changed, the amount of hours they're working has stayed the same.
All right, thanks, Emma. Coming up tonight at 10, we'll have more on the changes letter carriers have made to keep you healthy and safe.
Coming up in sports, the Minnesota Wild have one last shot to make it to the Stanley Cup playoffs. Kelly breaks it down next.
For breaking stories that impact the Northland most, turn to CBS3.
Catch Eye on Parenting every Thursday at 6 with me, Leanne Valdez, on CBS3.
CBS3 live cams are brought to you by Kohler Chevrolet Buick GMC. Now, where you're not just getting a car, you're getting Kohler.
During Home's Preferred Customer event, get an extra 10% off sale prices on all your favorite furniture brands. Plus, 0 down, no interest financing until 2022, and free no-contact shipping. Hurry, the Preferred Customer event ends Monday, only at Home Furniture.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, and as you know, my passion is to help each and every one of you get the best sleep of your life. That's why I created my new Giza Dreams bed sheets, 21-inch wide pillowcases that will fit over any pillow, and deep pocket sheets that will fit over any mattress. You'll never want to sleep on anything else.
Go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen right now to get your very own MyPillow Giza Dream sheets. Use the promo code, and Mike will give you 2 for 1 low price and free shipping.
I'm Jen McEwen, and I'm running to be your state senator. My roots in Duluth run deep. My dad taught in the Duluth public schools, and my mom was a nurse at St. Mary's. We know we live in challenging times, but together we can build a stronger community and a stronger Minnesota. We've waited for too long to address our most pressing issues. The time is now. Let's work together to build a better future. I ask for your vote in our August 11th primary.
We're NCIS.
Cover me! Federal agents!
Well, let's get to it.
Go!
This is so awesome.
Ha!
Talk about a win-win. You can say that again.
Watch from the very beginning, live, on demand, and streaming. We're family.
Mariah Haberman here from Discover Wisconsin. Join me and the rest of the DW crew every week on this station for all things Wisconsin. Continue the adventure on social media and discoverwisconsin.com for behind-the-scenes content and great Wisconsin giveaways, including a chance to win a free vacation. This week's featured prize package could take you to Ripon. Just visit discoverwisconsin.com for details.
The show critics are praising as genius is now the Emmy winner for Outstanding Talk Show Host.
That's a standing ovation.
Yes. And the stars love it too.
You're so good!
America's Sweetheart is a hit and everything we love.
Oh my God!
This is why we connect. Hey. You say y'all, I say y'all.
That's how you say it.
You're wrong.
The Kelly Clarkson Show, weekdays at 3 on Live Local CBS3.
For a limited time at Home World Rugs, name brand rugs will be sold up to 67% off when you take an extra 12% off clearance rugs. Hundreds of rugs from $97. Room size rugs priced from $197. The rug clearance sale at Home World Rugs.
Watch Jeopardy at 4:30, followed by CBS3 Live at 5 on Live Local CBS3.
To say the Wild have their backs against the wall tonight would be a pretty accurate description. Minnesota's team faces elimination in another late-round matchup in Edmonton. Minnesota struggled to find the net in Game 3 yesterday. Canucks netminder Jacob Markstrom stopped all 27 pucks that came his way. And to add insult to injury, the Wild went 0 for 7 on the power play. That makes them 0 for 13 total during the last 2 games. The team knows what's at stake tonight and says they'll do anything they can do to force a decisive Game 5.
We're a good team and we play desperate, so we should bring out the best hockey that we played all year tomorrow. And there's not one guy in there that's thinking about going home. So we got a chance to even the series tomorrow, and that's what we plan to do.
So it's do or die for the Wild tonight. They face Vancouver at 9:45 p.m. on Fox Sports North, Game 4 of the Stanley Cup qualifying round. To happier things, the moment finally arrived last night for Hibbing native Scott Perunovich, 4 months later than originally planned, but it was certainly worth the wait. In front of 21 family members and a crowd of college hockey enthusiasts, the Hobie Baker Award Committee gave Scott his trophy for a record-breaking 3 years in a UMD sweater. Just in case you forgot, since entering as a freshman back in 2017, the Hibbing native helped the Dogs to 2 national titles, making him undefeated at the Frozen Four, and who certainly knows what would have happened this year. For a kid from Hibbing, Minnesota, it was a moment he'll remember.
I've been blessed with so many amazing teammates during my time here at UMD, and I cannot thank them enough for always making me look better than I am. Lastly, I'd like to thank my family, my parents. I've been so lucky to have you two in my life. You've always supported me and helped me become not only a better hockey player, but a better person, which you've always told me is more important. I get to play the game I love every day because of the sacrifices you guys have made for me, and you'll never know how much I appreciate that.
In case you were curious about the fedora, the hat wasn't just for style. It belonged to Scotty's late grandpa.
My grandpa passed away a few months ago, and I was at my grandma's house, and she was kind of clearing out a few things, and she thought it would look good on me, so I put it on, and kind of just been wearing it ever since, and I know it makes her happy, as you can see some tears coming down her eyes right now.
Scotty joins a UMD class of 5 other Hobey Baker winners and will join the St. Louis Blues for his rookie season when the NHL season resumes this coming fall. And on the diamond tonight, both the Twins and the Brewers open up a pair of 3-game sets for the Minnesota Twins. Their road trip continues. They had to KC to take on the Kansas City Royals. Devin Smeltzer gets the start for the Twins on the bump. As for the Milwaukee Brewers, they return home to take on the Cincinnati Reds. Eric Lauer on the mound for the Crew. Both games scheduled for 7:10 p.m. We'll have highlights tonight in the CBS3 News at 10. For now, Kristen and Tony, I'm going to send it back to you in the studio.
All right, thanks, Kelly. We're going to stick with sports, actually, for just another minute here. Former heavyweight boxing champ Mike Tyson will kick off Discovery Channel's Shark Week by taking on a new opponent.
Yeah, the network says he will square off underwater against a shark in the name of research, apparently. The special is billed as Tyson versus Jaws Rumble on the Reef. A promo shows him lifting weights, breaking a surfboard, knocking down a shark cage, and trying to blow up an inflatable raft. There's no word on exactly how Tyson and the shark will interact or what this face-off will entail, but the network says no sharks were injured, fortunately. The special airs on the first day of Shark Week, Sunday, August 9th. I think I figured it out. I think he's going to challenge him to a game of Mike Tyson's Punch-Out.
Oh.
Rock'em Sock'em Robot.
There we go.
Yeah.
Cool
You have to train the shark, but...
Right. Of course.
Well, Austin, you're watching a lot of activity heading our way.
Yeah, and it's going to get a little more active as we head throughout the evening hours. Right now, things are still pretty quiet, so that's at least the good news. If you have any plans right now, you should be okay. Later on this evening, though, that's when things are going to change. Severe thunderstorm watch in place until 1 a.m. for the areas in pink. I think we may see it extended a little bit further to the north. We'll have to see. But right now, we're watching a thunderstorm cell that's warned for the Bemidji area and just to the west of Walker and Leech Lake. So that storm is warned for 60-mile-per-hour winds and up to 1-inch hail. So we're going to watch that pretty closely.
All right. Thanks for joining us.
We'll see you again at 10.